Hey guys, Mr. Catlin here with lesson 14 on your homework for Unit 5, and we're looking at this furniture store to start out. We got a furniture store, it pays wholesale price for a mattress. If you remember when we talked about wholesale, wholesale is kind of the cheaper price that the stores get it for before they jack it up to retail, they sell it to the customers. Store marks up retail price to 150% of the wholesale price. Later, they put the mattress back on sale for 50% off, and a customer just bought the mattress on sale and paid $1,200. What was the retail price of said mattress before the discount? Okay, so there's a lot of action going on here that we have to go. We got this customer that just bought it on sale and they paid $1,200. So we kind of have to work backwards to find out what the wholesale was originally. So we're going to set up a couple tables for this. All right. So the first table that we're going to set up is what the customer actually bought it for when it was on sale versus what its retail price was. So this is going to be a percentage versus money setup. Okay. The 100% in this particular case is what the customer would have paid full price if they'd bought it before the sale. But they bought it 50% off. So they bought it 50 lower than 100, which is 50, and they got it for 1,200, right? Which that's a pretty easy relationship to see. This is half. So we could actually just double the 1,200 to find out, oh, okay, that was at retail for 2,400. Okay? So we have found our retail price that they had. Okay, this was their retail. So we're one step closer to finding out what the wholesale was, but what was the retail price before the discount? It was 2,400. All right. But we got to do one more table setup to find out what the wholesale was because there was another change that happened before. And that change, it was another percent dollar change, but this time 100%. This time 100% was the wholesale, which we don't know. Okay, so this is our question mark. And the store had marked up the retail price to 150% of the wholesale. So the retail was 150%. Now we know the retail was 2,400. So we can plug that in. And we got to find this question mark. What was it before? Right? What was it before? So I think this particular one, you can use a calculator on this one. I'm going to, just to kind of make this a little faster for the video, I'm dividing 2,400 by 150. Okay. That's how I'm doing this fairly quickly. Okay. This is times by 16. All right. Which means that this particular store, if we multiply the 100 times 16, they got that sucker at wholesale before their markup at $1,600. So they actually ended up selling that thing less than what they bought it for. They lost money on that mattress. So your answer for number or part B is 1,600 and A was 2,400. That was the retail price. All right, those are your answers for that one. Let's move on to number 2. Bank charges a service fee of $7.50 per month for a checking account. So $7.50 every month they charge us just to run the checking account. Geez. Bank account has $85 in it. And if no money is deposited or withdrawn, so the person that has the money in there is doing nothing, how many months can we expect until the account balance is negative? All right, so I guess we need to do some division, right? This is just a straight up division problem because we're losing $750 per month, and we're trying to find out how long is it going to take before 7.5 goes into that, and how many months it's going to take before that gets negative. So if we can find out how many times it goes into it, that would be a good start. So I'm going to think of this as 75 and 850 because I'm going to move that decimal over. I'm going to move that decimal over. And 75 will go into this once with a difference of 10, and 0 drops down. That goes into that once, and a difference of 25, which is a third. Okay, so we could expect after 11 and a third, this is the same as a third, 11 and 1/3 months, we can expect that to be 0 on the nose. So how many months until the account balance is negative? Well, it wouldn't be the 11th month. It would be into the 11th month. So if we're going by whole months, it would be 12 months or a year. You could write 12 months or a year before this thing gets into the negative account balance. So for the answer there, you should have 12 months or 1 year. All right, let's move on to number 3. For number 3, what I would like to do is I would like to show this one off with a double number line. I know we're not huge fans of the double number line, but I think it's going to help us pick all of the right choices here. Okay, so here's my double number line setup. Oh, I want to keep that green. I like that green. Let's go to the pencil and we can make those black. All right, so there's my double number line. And double number lines are always going to have 0, and they're always going to have 100. And that's going to be your percent section. And for this one, this is a tax or tip thing, so it's going to be dealing with money. So we can have 0 on that. And let's read the problem here. A restaurant bill is $21. All right, so the bill is $21. So that would be the whole, right? I think in this particular setup, they're going to call that B. All right, we'll see that here in a second. All right, $21, you leave a 15% tip. How much do you pay including the tip? So before we get to the double number line, let's go ahead and just get the answer for this, okay? Because if we have a percent and a value, and we know that the 100% is the full price of the bill, which is 21, and we're going to leave 15%. We need to find out what that is, right? It says, how much do you pay including the tip? So that would be 115. That's all of it plus the 15. So you can use a calculator on this one because it's a percent problem. We have it during that section. This has a constant of proportionality of 0.21. I didn't need the calculator for that. Just move the decimal over 2, right? So if I multiply 115 times 0.21, I get $24.15. So that's how much it would be, $24.15. That's how much it would be with the extra 15 added on. So that's your answer for this part right here, $24.15. All right. But for part B, it wants us to represent all of the ways that we could express that answer using expressions instead of just, hey, find the answer for me. Okay. So ways that we could have found this answer right here, which is 15% more, right? What ways could we express what this is? Okay. Well, it wouldn't be 1500ths B. That would be 15%. That would be like over here. This is 0.15 B right here. This is 15% of B. All right. So we don't want to choose that one. It's not 15 times B. We're not just going to take 21 and multiply by 15. That would be like crazy too high, right? No. But what it is B plus this extra section right here is equivalent to this extra section right here. It's like adding an extra 15% to the whole B. So that is one that we could pick. Now, this one I think makes sense because of this number. It's 115% of B. So that one would be making sense. This one doesn't make sense because that's 101.5%. That doesn't make any sense for it being that. This one's okay. They just put it in fraction form. You see how it's a full B plus 15 extra hundredths, right? 15 hundredths past the B. So that one makes sense to me. I don't like this one because this is B and just adding 15 cents. We didn't just add 15 cents. We added $3.15, right? Because we had to find out what 15% was. So we don't want to pick that one. That doesn't make any sense. The double number line kind of helps you see that these ones that we pick, it's always B plus a fraction of B. And in this case, it's 15% of it. And you can combine those and make 1.15 to represent the 115%. You can combine them with fractions, right? Those C, D, and F, those make sense. All right. I am not going to do number 4 in this video because it would take a while. I will tell you what you need to do. All right. To find the total of the transactions, you have to add all of these numbers together. Notice, though, that some of them are negative. So you can add these like normal. That you can add that like normal. 0, 7, 15, carry the 1, all of that. But these are like takeaways, right? So when you add all of these numbers up, you're technically going to be subtracting the ones that are negative from the sum that you get here. So be careful when you add these together. Now, that's going to be the total. So you're going to have a total for each month. You're going to have a total for January. You're going to have a total for February, total for March, total for April. Okay. Actually, let's do one of these real quick. Okay. Let's do March. Okay. You see how March has 1, 2, 3 that are negative? So I'm going to add those together first. 0, 0, 0, that's 0. 0, 7, and 5, that's 12. Carry my 1. 1, 4 is 5. 7, 8. So 8. And then 1, 10, 18, 19. Okay, so when I added all the negative stuff together, I got 100, and I did that completely wrong. Sorry. It's hard to add when they're not right on top of each other. You can add all those together, and whatever you get when you add all these together, it's not that much. I don't know let me write it over here. 14. I'm losing my mind. And this video is so long, I don't want to go back and start over, so I'm just going to fix it. Sorry. 0, 2, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then just 9. I don't know where I was getting. I think I was still adding the 8s and the 1s, and they were in the wrong place values. Okay, so $98.20 makes a lot more sense. But this is negative. Like all of these are negative values. And then when you add $99.90 to that, that's actually a subtraction problem that the positives are going to win. So when you do this, it would be $99.90 minus $98.20, right? And you get 0, you get 7, you get 1. So the positives win there by $1.70. So actually, when you add all of these numbers up for March, you're going to get a number probably fairly close to 0 because these are transactions. All right. Now, so when you find the total, like for this one right here was $1.70 for this month, you're going to get a total for March. You're going to get a total for February, for January, April. And to find the mean, the average of the transactions, you're going to have to divide whatever your total was by 4. So that divided by 4, April's total divided by 4. Okay, I'm not doing all of those problems because it's just rote addition and subtraction. You do what you need to do there. Find those answers. I haven't one to go by here. So for March, it's $1.70. The other months, you would do the same thing like I just did here in this example. But at the end, you're going to have to take that $1.70 or whatever your total is and divide by 4. Won't go into that. We'll go into this once. I'm sorry. 4. We'll go into 4 times 16. Difference of 1. Drop down your 0. 4 will go into that twice. And then a difference of 2. And so we can say it would be a 5 there. So about 43 cents. This would be for March. You were averaging about 43 cents per transaction. Because some are negative, some are positive, and they kind of cancel each other out. And the positives win by 43 cents there whenever you're averaging that out. So that's your total. That's your average. You can do all of those on your own. I'm not spending the time in this video to add all of those together. Okay? Just know the negative ones are being taken away. The positive ones are being added. So you got to make that proper move. And some of them might come out negative, and you might get a negative average. That's very possible. Just remember what you do when you divide. Positive divided by negative is negative. And a negative divided by negative is positive. So just remember your rules.